Yeah, hi guys, it's Jimmy here, and today I have two vintage Rolexes to show you. And what we have here, these actually don't belong to me. They belong to a fellow collector, and this fellow collector is actually my brother. Now we have similar interests, so we collect. We both collect vintage watches. We're into our modern stuff as well. But yeah, vintage Rolex is really the ones we chase a lot, and what he's got here is on the left here is a 1680 red Submariner. This is from 1972, and as you can see, the dial and hands, it's got a beautiful patina. Hands are in great condition, beautiful bezel. Case has been polished, but retains nice even thick lugs, nice even crown guards, nice original crown there. Bracelet is this one has the hollow center links. Yeah, it's heavily worn. Case back's been engraved on this one. But yeah, it's a beautiful watch. It's just aged really nicely, and there you go. There's the red font on the Submariner. That's what everyone chases. They get quite a premium over the white writing one like my own. And yeah, it's a gorgeous watch. Got to thank him for letting me show this watch to you guys. So there's that, and that's a nice enough watch, very nice. But then we really step up here. So this is a double red Sea Dweller. So this is a 1665, and you can see the dial and hands are absolutely mint in this thing. So is the bezel insert, the bezel itself. The case is super fat. This was a one owner watch, come with documentation. I don't remember the exact year, but I think it's an early 70s one. And you can see with these, they've got the stamped case back, helium escape valve here, and you can see they're quite a bit thicker than a Submariner. And the bracelet on this thing is still super tight for a watch of its age. And the clasp is really nice condition. You see the clasp when I open it up. So I'm still tight. You see the hinge doesn't drop. Yeah, it's really beautiful condition. Getting hard to find these nice ones. And the prices have just gone astronomical on these. I know he paid a decent amount for this, but now it's just, in the last few years, they've sort of doubled and tripled. But yeah, it's a gorgeous watch. Got to thank him for letting me show you guys. If I put these together, you can clearly see the thickness difference. So on the left here, you've got the Submariner. It's a 200-meter watch, and then you jump up to 610 meters. So yeah, that's where the extra heft comes in. A lot thicker. I mean, we've had to have a thicker crystal to handle the pressure. Case back is also fatter, and the middle case slightly fatter as well. I mean, when you look at them front on, there's not a lot of, you can't really tell size wise by looking at the lugs front on or anything like that, but yeah, side on it a fair bit bigger. You can certainly feel it on the wrist. Yeah, gorgeous pair. And I've withheld one from you guys. I'm hiding one that goes with this pair. This also belongs to my brother, and it's the one on my wrist. So this is the new Sea Dweller. He was fortunate to get this last year when they first released them, and He wears it a bit, but still presents as brand new. Quite a large watch, but the way the lugs taper into that bracelet, it's in proportion quite well, I think. And very accurate watch. A lot of guys don't like the Cyclops on this, and but if you think of the technical feat that Rolex has done with that Cyclops, it's quite impressive because it's a 1220 meter watch, and I think Rolex is the only one that could produce the sapphire crystal with the Cyclops that can have that depth rating. And yeah, really nice watch. I'll take this one off. I'll put on the vintage ones so you can see what they look like. And I hope you enjoy it, guys. It's I always try to find a good variety of things to show you. I was just lucky he gave me these watches to present to you guys. And there it is. So you can see it's quite thick. I mean, probably not to today's standards, but I'll compare this to the 1680. Yeah, there's a substantial difference. So I was actually let's get this watch on. There it is. I was actually trying to buy a double red sea dweller last year, and the price was, well, it was definitely no bargain, but it was sort of middle of the range, and the hands were questionable. I'm not sure, I think they were service replacements. I was being told that no, they just haven't patinaed the same, blah blah blah. Look, honestly, with vintage watches, the dial and the hands do not always patina exactly the same color, and because the dial's a dial, it's one surface, the hands are something different, so they're not always exactly the same. And sometimes when you see some that are too perfect, they've been color matched. It's not original, and it's not until you've looked at a lot of dials till you start to just be able to pick that up, So anyway, I figured I'm not going to go for this watch, because once you start getting at that level of collecting, you have to think about the retaining its value, and if you're getting something that is not 100% at that sort of level, you might find you might come into trouble when you're looking at moving it on. So always try to buy the best example of whatever it is you're trying to buy, because if you do it that way, you'll always get that money back, plus more with with vintage stuff. They keep going up, but even if you think I paid a little, you've paid a little bit too much, if it's for the right reason, because the example you've got is a stellar example, there's nothing to worry about. So guys that go around looking for bargains, 9 times out of 10, you've done your day. If it's cheap for a reason. But unless you're the lucky guy that goes to a weekend market somewhere, and some guy there's selling something that he doesn't know what it is, and you just walk away with an original old Submariner for $100, well, good luck to you. But those kind of things just aren't happening anymore. And these models here, they just keep climbing, and that's not, it's a nice little perk of it, but it's not the reason we ever got into this. We like the vintage stuff because it's not the kind of thing you can just walk into any shop and just go buy what you're thinking of buying. You got to hunt. You got to, sometimes you'll go through multiples of them to find the right one, which might take months or years. And look, the way it is now, it's taking years a lot of the time, because I just won't take an example. I won't buy an example if it's not the right one. So it has to tick all the boxes. Because any time it hasn't, and I have bought it, I find myself within the year, I'm trying to move it on, and because it's not what I really want. Sometimes in the past I have bought just because I couldn't find that model anywhere, and I found one, and it wasn't quite as good as it should have been. But you've bought it anyway, and 9 times out of 10, you'll be looking to move it on, flip it on something else. So that's just a little bit of my knowledge. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you appreciate what I show you guys. And if you've got some comments, just let me know. Thanks, guys.